someone else filming me today. Hey guys, hope you've had an awesome Chrissy. Thrifty Thermomix Tip. Thursday Thermomix Tip, it is a Thursday. Number 7, I thought you might like the tip about how to get your bowl super dry. I was making pavlova. Some of you might have seen my little post about my process of pavlova. I did a little post. If you want to check it out, make sure you go and find that in Hanging with Helen. But this is a wet bowl. So obviously you take your towel and you want to dry it. Please remember when you're putting your hands in here, even with a towel, you want to kind of remove excess water and just go clockwise. Okay, if you're down at the blades, you want to go clockwise, because when you go clockwise, it's on the blunt side of the blade. Same as when you're using your spatula in your Thermomix. To minimize cuts in your spatula, you always work clockwise and you don't ever go anti-clockwise, otherwise you'll be in the market for a new spatula very soon. So you get as much of the wet as you can out of the bowl. But if I wanted to do a pavlova next, and so if I'm beating up egg whites, that's not going to be dry enough, because under the blades there'll still be some moisture in there. So all I need to do is pop it back on, and if you're on your 31, you're just going to press turbo. If you're on your 5, I will just go straight up to speed 10 for a split second. And what you're going to see is, even though it looked dry a second ago, all that water has now come off from the underside of the blades. So you can take your clean towel, especially if you're making egg whites and pavlova, you don't want any kind of oils or residue in there. And if you want to be absolutely positively certain that it's dry, and this is obviously only if you've been using it a lot and you've had to clean it in between and then you want to make your egg whites. But you might even pop it back on, and for about 1 or 2 minutes, heat the bowl with nothing in it on about 50 degrees for a couple of minutes. And that will just make any excess water there evaporate. And that's how you get a perfectly dry bowl, so that you can get perfectly beautiful egg whites for your pavlovas and meringues. Hope you have an awesome New Year's, and I will probably see you next year for the next Thursday Thrifty Tip.